All right, just had some lunch at the local Mexican place, and now we talked to a lady about how to get up White Oak Mountain, so we're gonna follow her directions once I get this speaker hooked up. We're gonna follow her directions and see how all this works. Very nice lady. Said her brother has an Indian. Said she admired my bike, which is always good to hear. So now, with a full stomach, we're gonna go find White Oak Mountain. You had a gentleman that gave me the magazine that the article was in and stuff, and you know, told me, yeah, just go up here and hang a left on Houston Street. Well, this is Houston right here too. Boy, this is confusing. Earlier I had Houston on the other end of town. Guess it's probably a circle. So maybe we're gonna be back on track here, I don't know. This is definitely different though, because already we're going to go underneath the interstate. And a lady mentioned to me that we would do that, so that's cool. All these years I've been coming up here, never knew this little area here. So it's always fun to do a little probing around and find out what's locally available, because there's a lot of cool stuff. Aha! Oh, you know what? Now this is the road that I actually came down, but this don't make sense because this road didn't go up no mountain. White Oak Mountain. It says it's private. Maybe this is where I want to go. Aha! Blew right by here earlier and never knew it was there. Road closed. God, wouldn't you know it? Well, we're just gonna go up as far as we can anyway, because that's a pretty cool road. I can tell that already. Boy, this is one sharp baby here. Yeah, it's one of those turns that, boy, this is steep. It's one of those turns back there that if you don't keep power to the back end, it's not a good thing. Wow, and here's another one right on top of it. I can see what that guy was talking about now, not for beginners. Not that it's that bad, but it's a little tricky. Big thing is not to get excited and stay comfortable with what you're doing. Yeah, this is one steep road. It's not one of these where you kind of back and forth and you work your way up the mountain. This is one of those where you just kind of go straight up. Yep, this is a steady climb right to the top, no messing around. Pretty cool though. Wow, man, oh man, oh man. I can see people getting in trouble right there. Yeah, we definitely are going to have to make sure people understand this is not not for a novice. Ooh, look at that hawk. I don't know if you can see that on the video or not, but it's pretty cool. Just hopped up right there. Yeah, boy, that turn back there was pretty scary, even for an experienced rider like myself. As long as you keep power to your back end of your bike, and what by that I mean get all your shifting done before you get into the curve. Keep a steady throttle all the way through the turn. As long as you got power pushing that back in, you're not going to have any trouble. But if you start braking and shifting down in the middle of a tight turn like that, you're going to get in trouble. You're going to fall over is what you're going to do. Not like you're going to get hurt, but it's certainly going to hurt your pride. And maybe your bike. Yeah, you know, I have people tell me all the time, oh yeah, you got to watch this because this is bad road, bad turns and all this stuff. Well, this one here, this guy was telling the absolute truth. This is quite the road. And it looks to me like part of this road just kind of falling away right there. Ooh-wee. Boy, it's steep down off that side. Yow. Beautiful, beautiful scenery. But boy, oh boy, what a road. Yeah, this would be an intimidating road in a car. Ooh, look, get that. That's the waterfall right there. But nowhere to stop. Well, that's not good. I guess you have to drive up here and park and walk back. I don't know, maybe you can see it from up above there or something. Well, this road definitely was not one of those roads that they used with their horses back in the old days. This road had to be put in with a bulldozer because there ain't no way a horse pulled anything up this hill. Wow. Yep, I can see where the road's closed now. Well, I gotta tell you, I don't even know if I want to bring a group up here. I guess I would bring select folks, but not necessarily a group. I don't know if you can see on the video what I'm looking at here, but she's pretty awesome. It's like being on top of Paris Mountain and looking off the edge over the valley. But this road here is much more intense than Paris Mountain. Now we got to come back down this puppy. We're just going to take our time and navigate these hairpin turns. What a road. Yeah, I gotta admit, I would probably put this road right up there with some of the toughest I've ever rode. Really steep. Hairpin turns is putting it mildly. I guess maybe it's the steepness of the road and the turn, the combination of the two, that gives you a little flicker in your stomach sometimes. Oh, I can see the road kind of trying to fall apart right there. That's not good. Here's this waterfall. Man, oh man. I don't see any cars anywhere. I'm going to see if I can get the camera pointed. Wow, that's gorgeous. Man, what a drop that's coming off of. That is something else. And now it's going down below there too. Wow, that's pretty cool stuff right there. Now I see, I drove past it, but just before you get there, there's a pull-off right here. Okay, well, cool. Yeah, there's a place to pull off and get some pictures. Huh. All right, well, now that we know. Yeah, definitely glad I checked this out before I made the mistake of telling people, oh yeah, it'll be okay. Because usually, you know, these things are all overrated. But as I said before, this is one time the guy shot me straight. It's a tough road. What a views here. What a road. People in these houses here, man, they got some views. Yeah, it's amazing what's right in your backyard sometimes and you don't know it's there. I can see the road twisting down below us through the woods. It's an interesting road to say the least. Those motorcyclists I just passed, they weren't getting their hand too far from the handlebars. They're in for a treat. It's not going to get any easier. Kind of glad I had the Indian here today. It's actually a whole lot lighter and definitely a lot easier to throw around, like turning around in that road there and stuff. Sometimes that can be, with this elevation and stuff, can be a little difficult with the wing because it's pretty heavy. I think it would navigate these curves just fine. It's just when you stop and gotta turn around in the middle of a road and physically do it, can get a little challenging sometimes. What a beautiful day though, man. It's just awesome, awesome, awesome. It's actually a very cool road. A little scary, but very cool road. I don't know if any of you have ever been up on top of Grandfather Mountain, but you know that feeling you get when you come off the top of Grandfather Mountain? The vastness and all that stuff? This is kind of something on that order.